Today I am fishing with the 3-inch Rapala Mayor. It's on a 3/16 VMC Swimbait Jighead, and I don't think I've ever had these on the channel before, but these are awesome. I've been using them a lot lately. They catch a ton of fish. First cast of the day, got me a fish right there. Look at that. I'm telling you, these guys are a killer combo right here. Let's get this fish off the hook. Nice little fish, probably about a 1.25 pounds. Look, he just ate that swimbait down like crazy. All right, so he is ready to go back in. All right, first cast of the day. Let's hope it continues. Yeah, no, I just generally swim these in a straight retrieve. I don't do much with them and they get hit. But like I said, it's a 3/16 ounce. I'm sorry, it's a VMC. I think they call it a hybrid Swimbait Jighead, I believe. And this is a 3-inch Crush City Mayor. And yeah, I just had tremendous luck with these. They catch small fish, good sized fish, you name it, they'll catch them. See if any bass are hiding in the tunnel today. There. I got to try this spot one more time before I move on. I'm going to go over to a different part of the pond. All right, we're going to move on. Okay, just got to a different side of the pond. First cast in on this area today. See if I can get another first cast bite. This new spot. Okay, not that time. We'll keep going. Yeah, now these little Rapala 3-inch ones, I don't use anything too specialized for these for the rod. I've used medium heavy fast before. That works fine. I've actually got a medium heavy extra fast on here at the moment, which I actually really like for these. You'd think that's a little odd for a even though it's still a swim bait style lure, but as small as these are, the fish really, I mean, you can see how small these are. The fish really gobble them up sometimes. So the extra fast tip, it works good. It really does. You don't really get short strikes because these are such small lures. It also keeps them from eating it too much. I've got a 30-pound braid on here with a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. That's what I use on pretty much everything that I do a braid to fluoro lead on. And I've used that from anything from chatterbaits, jigs, all the way down to wacky rigs and things like that. And that works just fine. It's a little heavy probably for some of those things, but I had no issues with it. Got my blue heron buddy over there. Not too happy I'm in this fishing spot. That one, there we go. That one hit me on the twitch there. It's a good bass. Nice one there. Really nice bass. Actually, oh my gosh, that's a catfish. Okay, that's why I hit so hard. I've been catfished. Nice, probably like 3 or 4 pound channel cat. Trying not to break my rod with this thing. Come on, little buddy. There we go. Not what I was wanting to catch at all today, but that's what we got. All right, I'll get my pliers out. Get this hook out of this catfish here. Yeah, wasn't wanting to catch this today. Okay, come on, little buddy. Let's get this hook out of you. Please don't spine me. Okay. Thought I had a good bass here for a second. All right, well, channel cats like to little mini minnows too, I guess. Well, that catfish destroyed my swim bait. You can see it's all ripped, so I'm actually going to switch this out. And I'm going to switch colors while I'm at it. I've been using this, it's like a black and blue type color, and I think I'm going to throw on, I've got some shad color ones in here. Let's go ahead and do that shad color. I think that'll work good today. There we go. Yeah, and the way you install these, let me show you guys how to put these on real quick. Hopefully that's coming through okay. So you basically, you go here, you see how far your hook's going to come out, and you can see where the bend's at. So you basically run it through like that. You want this as straight as you can possibly get it. That's true with any like trailers and things too, but especially on a swim bait. Get that through the center. Did an absolutely terrible job of doing that, but yeah, that should work fine. And then once you get it on there, you're basically going to twist this in to the spring lock. Normally it takes about 3 or 4 rotations on this to get the bait up against the jig head. There we go. And you can see that's what you're left with right there. Super easy. With that spring lock, they're not going to come off, or the screw lock, whatever you want to call it. They're not going to come off until that bait gets ripped. So you don't have to worry about it moving around a whole lot. Yeah, that catfish, I actually was trying to really slow retrieve, and I did a little pop. And he hit right after I popped it. I really thought I had a nice bass on there for a minute. If you guys have caught catfish before while you're bass fishing, you know how that is. You think it's a good bass for like a couple seconds, then you realize something's not right. Okay, I'll come back to this spot here now that I caught the channel catfish over there, and I switched colors on the swim bait. Let's see if we can get anything on this different color. There's one. Got him. Okay, there we go. Got him one. Let's see. Yeah, he's a small bass. Ooh, that is a tiny one. See, that's the thing. Oh, and he fell right off. That's the thing with these little 3-inch minnows. I'm gonna have to go down and get him out of there. That's the thing with these little 3-inch minnows. You can catch big fish on them, but then, okay, he got himself in. You'll also catch a bunch of dinks too, so it catches all kinds of stuff. Now, if any of you guys fish swim jigs, you're gonna know what I'm talking about here. These little 3-inch Rapala Mayors or small swim baits like that, when you're fishing a swim jig, you know how you'll get a little pop and the fish will come back a second time and actually grab it, or a third time. These tend to be a little faster, being that they're so small. Most of the time they just gulp them right up, but occasionally you will feel that first or secondary hit before you get an actual bite on it. So my advice on these, when you're fishing them, make sure when you feel that first pop, don't just go crazy and hook set it. Make sure you feel, whenever they pop it, make sure you feel a little bit of a weight or a little tug on it before you drive that hook home, because otherwise you may miss some bass, just like right there. Okay, so I felt that one, and then I kind of felt a little weight. My hook set. It's a very, very small fish. I can't tell if that was a crappie or bass, but that one did get off. He just fell off though. But if you go and try to hook set too fast on this, they'll miss it completely sometimes, just like a swim jig. So just kind of wait sometimes so you feel a little weight on it, or if you see that secondary hit, you'll know what I'm talking about if you fish those before. These little things can cast far on a bait caster, so don't let that 3/16 ounce jig head and the small size fool you. You can easily cast these things on a bait caster, no problem. I just got popped there by a fish. But I didn't hook set because I popped it and I didn't feel anything at all, so I just kept going. And he didn't that time. But a lot of times they will hit those things a second time or before they fully commit to it. There we go, got one on there. Had to come back and try this spot again. It's just been so good lately. Man, he is really running like crazy on me. There we go. Okay, there we go, got him. Nice little bass. Get him unhooked. There we go. All right. Get him back in the water. Thanks for the bite, little bass. See you next time. All right. Yeah, and then after you get a bite on these, you'll want to go ahead and make sure that they're straight. So kind of just readjust it, just like so, and you're good for the next throw. There we go. That's a bass for sure. No more channel catfish. All right. Yeah, and you can see how this hooks them up, guys. And like I said, I'm using an extra fast rod here too, so this is not giving them much time. And you can see half the length of that minnow is already in the fish mouth. So don't be afraid to use kind of a fast tip on these. It works just great. Well, yeah, just a real short video today there, guys. I wanted to mainly just show you how I fish these 3-inch Rapala Mayor swim baits. So again, it's a 3/16 ounce BMC swim bait jig head. Or you can use anything else. If you want to use like a 6-cents Divine jig head, I've used those before. They work great as well. I like them around the 1/8 ounce, 3/16, kind of right in that range. And as you can see, the majority of my bites come from very simple, straight retrieves. So you really don't have to do anything fancy with this. They're so small, and the tail has such a great action on it that they catch bass with all you have to do is basically reel them in. But you can throw in an occasional pop like that, like you would on larger swim bait. And that can help as well. So, but anyways, if you have any questions, drop them below. Appreciate your time, guys. Y'all have a good one. God bless you.